What's up, everybody? Week 3 of the NFL season is here, and of course, your boy, TheChrisPhoenix, is here. And for the 2016/2017 NFL season, so let's get these picks/predictions out of the way, shall we? We got the Thursday night football game between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. As a diehard Patriot fan, I want to be biased as hell and say the Patriots are going to win this, and that Bill Belichick is secretly the emperor, and he just finds a way until, like, I don't know, in this case, Tom Brady kills him in his sleep. I have no idea. But be that as it may, supposedly there's a rumor that Jimmy Garoppolo is being pressured by Bill Belichick and the rest of the Patriots to play, not start, but to play on Thursday, aka tomorrow night. And, Jacoby Brissett, he looked somewhat decent the last week, and it was mainly mop-up duty until near the end for obvious reasons, because the Patriots defense was like, I'm lazy. Uh, so I want to say the Patriots will win this game, but the Texans have been interesting. They finally have a 1-2 combination. Remember, for the longest time, the Texans didn't even have like a good wide receiver, like one. Now they have two. And the rookie Fuller that they drafted not long ago, and of course we all know about DeAndre Hopkins. And the one thing that worries me too, also, is this Patriots defense. I think is not as good as I thought it was, especially the corners position. Like I said in my recap video last week, Larry Fitzgerald is a freaking NFL legend. Okay, fine, whatever, Hall of Famer. Next, but Landry's a decent wide receiver, but when him and freaking I believe it's Parker and the Dolphins just go over like 100 yards basically each, that worries me. I can only imagine what Fuller and Hopkins are going to do. Like, if you have any of these guys on your fantasy team, freaking start them, because freaking Butler and McCourty are just like, well, what am I doing? Like I said, I want to be biased and want to pick the Patriots, but this would be the second time in already 3 weeks I picked against my team, so it proves I'm not biased. Picking the Texans. Then we're going on to the Sunday games. We've got the Arizona Cardinals take on the Bills. Cardinals just slaughtered the Buccaneers. The Bills, they lost in the shooting against the Jets. Need I say more? Cardinals. Next, you got the Denver Broncos and Cincinnati taking on the Bengals. The Bengals have kind of disappointed me thus far, and I mean by their defense. I thought their defense would be better than this. They've been relatively well the last few seasons. This season, they have not looked well at all. Trevor Siemian, to me, is still an average, and I know he's a rookie quarterback. But, like, rookie starting-wise, not actual rookie quarterback. You get the idea. He is a decent quarterback, not great. But then again, this is the same Broncos team that won a Super Bowl last year with old man bad Peyton Manning. That's all I gotta say. So I'm gonna pick Denver. Next, up the Cleveland Browns taking on the Dolphins. The Dolphins I knew sucked, but I did not know they'd be starting their fifth quarterback in 5 games. Cody Kessler is starting. They blew a 20-point lead last week. And why the hell should I pick this team? Oh yeah, I'm not. Dolphins. Next, you have the Detroit Lions. By the way, first win of the season for the Dolphins. Next, you have the Detroit Lions going to Green Bay, take on the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, what the hell is wrong with you? You looked horrible against the Vikings. Granted, the Vikings have a good defense. They don't have an elite defense, in my opinion. They have a good defense, but still. And I get at Devontae Adams because they're dropping every pass in the world. Ugh. And then you have the Detroit Lions, who completely choked last week. Shout out Andre Johnson, old man himself, for scoring the game-winning touchdown. But I'm going to go with the Packers in this one because Packers usually smack the Lions in the face. Next, you got the Oakland Raiders taking on the Titans. The Raiders might have the worst defense in the National Football League. I'm dead serious. They gave up, 500 yards to the Falcons last week? I know the Falcons have a good offense, but my God. The Falcons, last time I checked, do not have a 2007 New England Patriots offense. Get the hell out of here. And the Tennessee Titans, they were lucky, I think, last week. They can thank the Lions for having, over 100 yards in penalties, and that's the truth. Look it up if you don't believe me. So I'm going to still pick the Raiders because I still think the Raiders are a better team than the Titans, plain and simple. Next, I think Minnesota Vikings taking on the Panthers. I know everybody, including Chris Collinsworth, was on the Sam Bradford love train last week. I think Stephon Diggs, that's stud right there. Minnesota finally has a good wide receiver. Yay. Taking on the Panthers, of course. but I think that love train gets derailed this week because you do not mess with the Carolina Panthers defense. No, 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 especially in Carolina. It just happens. Carolina. Next, you got the Washington Redskins in New York take on the Giants. You like that. You like that. Yeah, do you like that, Kirk Cousins? Do you like being Nick Foles 2.0? You must love it, apparently, because you're 0-2 and you stink right now, along with your teammates. And the Giants, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Giants actually have a relatively good defense. Hell has truly frozen over. I'm going to put the Giants. Next, you have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Jaguars. The Ravens haven't looked all that good thus far, despite being 2-0. Don't let the record fool you. Think about it. They barely beat the Bills at home, and then they had to come back by 20 points to the freaking Cleveland Browns. What the hell is that? And then Jaguars, I would pick them, but they just got demolished by Keenan Allen-less Chargers. Where do I go from there? Plus, Danny Woodhead got injured, so they still lost, you know what I mean? But I'm going to go with the Ravens. Next, I'm going to go with the LA Rams taking on the Buccaneers. Funny how both these teams were last week. The Rams and that ugly win, defensive battle, 9-3 against the Seahawks. Shout out those Rams fans that got in a fight with the Seahawks fans. Yay. Taking on Jameis Winston, who got obliterated by the Cardinals defense. I know Doug Martin's out for at least a month. That's obviously tough for the Buccaneers. Of course, Doug Martin himself. But I still think the Bucs will find a way. Mike Evans is too good a wide receiver. I think this is the game that Vincent Jackson kind of wakes up and goes, huh? And Jameis Winston will just beat famous Jameis Winston. So, plus at home. I know Jameis Winston usually does play pretty well at home, so Tampa. Next, you got the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seahawks. My God, both these teams are 1-1. That's pretty sad. Sad for the 49ers to already win a game. Sad for the Seahawks to already lose a game. That offense from the Seahawks is just dreadful. I don't understand it. I think Pete Carroll likes having a team that has a good defense, but their offense is just not necessarily entertaining by any stretch of the imagination. And doesn't know what the end zone is, apparently, as well. And then the 49ers, they still starting playing Gabbert, really. Seattle should win this game, but I swear, if this game ends up being like 10-7, I'm going to laugh my ass off. So then we move on to the San Diego Chargers taking on the Colts. Chargers barely got a win last week, for at least my opinion. The Colts 0-2 with rah, caveman Andrew Luck. That's what happens when you don't have a defense and it's just Andrew Luck. But even with that being said, this just for some reason just screams a come from behind fourth quarter typical victory that we see at least once or twice a year by one caveman known as Andrew freaking Luck. So, Colts. Next, you got the New York Jets and Kansas City take on the Chiefs. The Jets were just in a shootout. They beat the Bills. Yippee. The Chiefs are kind of disappointing. I felt like last week they could. I know they're facing a good Texans team that I just previously mentioned, but I felt like they could have put more of a fight. I don't know if Jamal Charles is playing this game or not. I have this gut feeling that he's not still. Unbelievable. But go with the Chiefs nonetheless. I think this is when the Chiefs are bad. It's hard to, win in Arrowhead still. Next, you have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Eagles. My God, Carson Wentz looked like a 5 to 10 year pro on Monday Night Football. That guy looked like a complete utter stud, and that wasn't just because of how stupid the Bears defense looked, but that was just because of Carson Wentz. And let's face it, Carson Wentz should have had at least 3 touchdowns and threw for possibly 250 to 280 yards. You could thank that stupid receiving core that the Eagles have for dropping so many passes that were wide open. It's pathetic. In my opinion. Sorry, Eagles fans. You guys, you know it's true. But hey, at least you have a good defense. And I can't believe I'm saying that either. I believe Le'Veon Bell is still out with a suspension. At least he's out for one more game. D'Angelo Williams is still playing well. And Big Ben Roethlisberger is still Big Ben Roethlisberger. I said it before and I'm saying it again. Unless this guy is decapitated on the football field, this man will play. You could break his arm and he'll still play. And you still have Antonio Brown. Pretty good wide receiver last time I checked. So I'm going with the Steelers. They move on to the Monday Night Football game. You have the Chicago Bears, who I just mentioned, taking on the Cowboys. Yay. Dak Prescott versus possibly Brian Hoyer. What do I say about this game? If Dallas doesn't win this game, then big ol' LOL. Dallas. And then we move on finally to the Monday night game between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Some people are still picking the Saints. That baffles me. The Saints defense is just a joke, which is kind of weird too because it's like they allowed Eli to pass for like 378 yards, but Eli had like no touchdowns. So as bad as their defense is, they kept Odell and Victor Cruz in check. So okay, I'll give them credit for that. But the Falcons' offense is still pretty good. You still got Devontae Freeman. You still got Tavon Coleman. You still got Jacob Tamme. You still got Julio Jones. You still got Matty freaking Ice, a.k.a. Matt Ryan. So I'm going to go with the Falcons to win this game. And guys, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed my picks/predictions of Week 3. If you want to give any, please comment down below. If you have not subscribed to this channel, the button is down there. It's for free, for crying out loud. It's not going to cost you anything. Also, follow me on Twitter. The link's down in the description box. And check out webpausgames.com. Got some cool Halloween games. Halloween's around the corner. You go to your local Walmart and you see Halloween stuff all around. Trust me, it's true. I was there last night. Anyways, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.